So you think that you have men all figured out, ladies? Well, wait until you hear what single guys are really thinking. That's next. And when you're whispering sweet nothings into his ear, just make sure it's the right ear. Literally, the right ear. It could actually make a difference. We'll explain. All right, let's get to it now. Some tips for today's single men and ladies. We can all learn a thing or two by what our next guest has to say. Brad Berkowitz is the author of The 21st Century Guide to Bachelorhood, and he's got over 20 years of bachelor experience under his belt. He's also brought a list of do's and don'ts for guys that are trying to meet that special someone. So here we go. Welcome to the show, Brad.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you here. You're going to spill all the beans in this book, huh?
I'm giving away the playbook. As I mentioned off camera that I'd recently engaged, and all my friends said you're giving away the playbook.
As soon as you got that ring, you're like, I'm telling it all, right? All right, in the book, you have some really fun tips in here for the guys.
Right.
If you're trying to meet a woman, these are the things that you need to just wake up and realize you shouldn't do. The first thing is about, your hairbrush and the kind of hair that's in the sink if you have a girl coming over.
Yeah, when guys start dating a new woman, they typically are dating. So they may have had another girl over. It just happens. That's the way it is. And guys seem to make very similar mistakes. They don't check their hairbrush because a woman with blonde hair, and then the next night they may have someone over very casually with dark hair, and the woman is going to look in his refrigerator, is going to look in his sink, is going to look in the tub to see if it's clean, and will look at the brush. And if the brush has blonde hair, she's thinking, well, it wasn't me, it was someone else. A second thing is, don't leave dirty wine glasses in the sink.
Now, this is interesting, though, because you're not thinking after you've had wine with, whoever's over at the house, you just put them in the sink, but a woman's going to catch that.
A woman's going to catch it because men just, when they're together, they're watching a ball game, they may have a beer or scotch or just whatever.
You're not sharing
They're not drinking 2 glasses of wine. And if a woman comes over and she looks in the sink and she sees 2 dirty wine glasses, one will probably have lipstick on it, it's a bad sign.
Red flag. And you can't say mom.
I'm not trying to get guys to date multiple women. It's just that in the early stages, that's typically what's happening. They are dating more than one woman, and these are things to watch.
One that you really like away just by something simple like that too. See, he's here to help. All right, you also say make friends with the doorman. Is that because he's dropping some secrets?
It's a little bit because of that. But if this is a little bit of a New York centric thing. But if you live in an apartment building in New York, like most people do, that typically there may be somebody that fancies your interest and you want to meet them. And if you have a good relationship with a doorman, as opposed to stalking out their apartment or waiting for them in front of the building, you can ask and say, hey, by the way, can you throw a nice word in for me, or introduce me, or just say, by the way, Brad was looking for you, he was interested, he wanted to meet you.
Yeah, now see, there's another thing too. Let's say that you're single and I want to introduce you to one of my girlfriends and I say, Brad, she's gorgeous. According to your book, you say that you're not going to take my advice. You need another guy because the guy's going to really tell you if she really is gorgeous.
Yeah, a guy has a different view. A guy's very visual, much more visual than a woman, and every girl will always say that her friends are all beautiful. That's just the way it is. And I've learned from experience, always get another guy's point of view. Just say, is she attractive, as opposed to, oh, by the way, she's really nice, or she has nice eyes, or she's funny. A guy will be very visual and will be attracted to a woman instantaneously, at least physically. And then, of course, there's a million things after that, sense of humor, personality, values, whatever the case may be. But the first thing he sees is the
visual, and that's it. Now, what's this whole thing about getting to a restaurant half an hour early? Is it because you want to scope out all the women first?
A little bit. It's more about maximizing exposure. A guy would want to go out and meet.
I like the way you phrase that.
Maximize exposure. It's the same thing in business as well. As if you go to a networking event, you may want to get there early and stay a little later. Let's say you have a 9 o'clock reservation here in New York City. Get to the restaurant at 8:30. Have a drink with your friends at the bar. Maybe you'll meet somebody interesting at the bar. Maybe you'll flirt with somebody at a table. Maybe you can send them a drink, or if you go to a restaurant frequently, you may know the waiter and say, oh, by the way, who's that over there? It's just another way of meeting more people. It's nothing really,
I like that. Maximizing exposure in the refrigerator. Because, see, women, I'm sorry, I'm just telling you, we open up the refrigerator. If you see nothing but beer in there or nothing at all, because most guys have, what, a loaf of bread and some cheese?
No, not even, just some beer and some mustard, and that's about it. And maybe some over-expired milk and orange juice. That's about it.
So what's so important about what's in your fridge? Should you fake it and just put random stuff in there so that the woman
you want to show that you have some food in there, you have some condiments, and you have maybe something you would use to cook.
Okay, because a woman, according to your book, is going to think that all you do is order out if you don't have any food in there, right?
Right, which means you're kind of lazy. And look, cooking is not that difficult. The directions are right there. And look, I've blown things up in the kitchen as well. I've left the tea kettle in the oven I was preheating, and I opened it up and it melted. I mean, plenty of things happen, but basically, you can follow instructions and learn how to cook. It's pretty easy. It's fun.
Okay, well, I have to congratulate you because I know you're engaged, getting ready to get married in a few. But hey, for all the single guys out there, he dropped all the secrets in this book. Got to check it out. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, if you guys really want to learn how to play your cards right, you got to try his book. Brad's book is called The 21st Century Guide to Bachelorhood, and it's available now.